Morning, it's Chris here at the beginning of a bike ride that will get me to the start line of the trail that'll take me up to Stewart Peak. It's also for Baby Monday. This is part of the Chem series of mountains that surrounds Jones Lake. What's nice about this little section here is I'm parking and then I can also see the destination, which is really cool. Now I have to ride my bike about 4 kilometers up a pretty nasty road that I'm not going to take my van up, but that's all right. The bike's fine for it, and that'll get me to the start line, and that'll take me up to about 700 meters of elevation, and then it'll be about 1,400 meters to get to the top. So see you in the next section. Okay, there is Stewart Peak. It's the one that's past this big rock at the beginning and then the peak above it. So it's a little ways up. It's at about 2,100 meters. I'm at 975 meters. I've just traveled 4.4 kilometers. It was mostly pretty lousy gravel road. They said you needed a high 4x4. It's a lot of fours. But I would say you'd have to have a pretty incredible 4x4 because there's a couple of sections that would really bottom out just about anything. Way better than Chem's ascent. So, way worse, I mean. So, just something to take into account. So, be prepared if you do want to come up here to be prepared for at least that 4-kilometer walk up the gravel road past Foley Service Road, and or to bring a bike, a motorbike, electric mountain bike would be good. Anything that would get you up that trail a little faster because it'll take you down faster as well. Anyway, it's going to be traveling along this ridge. It doesn't look like much, but just along here for a bit and then scooting over into the valley and then up and then see if I can show you this. Take me basically, hard to figure out where to put my finger. Along behind there and up there somewhere. Yeah, hopefully I'll have a good view from a little higher up so I can give you an idea where I was just now. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, it took 2 hours and 40 minutes to get from the beginning of the trail that included the bike through some really nasty overgrown, actually it's just in behind this rock here, some overgrown Forest Service Road, all alders, pretty gross, but got through it. Did a lot of flagging just in case the route back is dark, or at least darker. This is what you look like after 2 hours and 40 minutes, if you're me. All right, what are we looking at? We are looking at, I think, I can't remember, one of these two. I think it's the one on the left is Stewart Peak. Maybe, maybe not. But for sure I'll be following this up somewhere along this hill. All right, I'm not sure if I'm going to see much. I just wanted to stop here to show you this. I just passed the stream that is in the valley between where I was and the climb to the mountain. Something that came up in a conversation with another person who had climbed this was that there, after the stream, there's some good old growth trees, and yeah, he's right, some really big ones. I mean, not all of them, but they're the ones that are big are really big. Anyway, it's not sequoias, but definitely old growth. Two things to show you here. This trail sometimes doesn't have a trail at all. You just make your way up through the heather. And in this case, you make your way up through the heather mixed with thousands and thousands of blueberries. Because if I get closer, you can see, and it just goes on and on and on and on. Gotta love it. Okay, this is really cool. So again, that's Baby Monday to the right, Stewart Peak to the left. I'm just about to come over a crest. There's Night Peak behind me. And just to get a feel for where I am. So this is what I just saw when I was coming over the edge. Oh, I didn't see that hole. Check this out. This is a spectacular glacier. I gotta really make sure I'm not looking through the phone right now because it's really steep. See that waterfall? Bit of rock movement. Something just skirted down onto the glacier. And you got Jones Lake in the distance. And this is one of the many reasons why these hikes are so incredible. You just don't get to see this at home. Okay, now I'm back down to about 1,100 meters from 2,220. It was very cool. I was very glad I did all that flagging on the way up because it just doesn't look the same on the way down, of course. And it's just a matter of getting through this valley and up through a really crappy alder growth filled Forest Service road to get back. But I'm a lot further ahead of time than I thought, and that's mostly because of flagging. And I'm not stopping to flag either, of course, or fiddle around and take pictures. So still probably going to take about an hour and a half to get back to the van though. I'm back. So that was somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 kilometers when you include the 8 kilometers of bike riding, so 12 kilometers of hiking. Approximately 1,950 or so meters of climbing, and similar for the descent. What else? 3 wraps and 2 cucumbers. All right. Actually, that was something I was going to say. So this morning it started off with a really strong shake. It was one of those overnight oats types of shakes with a protein powder and things like that. Had 2 coffees, had another one at the White Spot, and then another, then I had one of those White Spot sunshines or sunrise or whatever. They're not as good as they used to be, but filled the gut. And I got up here and yeah, so that was breakfast basically. Ultimately 3 coffees, and then 3 wraps with Chinese rice, you know, that sticky stuff. This, not Chinese, actually Japanese, the sushi rice. So there was that with a bunch of spice and a bit of meat, and yeah, spice is a big deal because it can get boring otherwise. And then yeah, the 2 cucumbers and some nuts and lots of water. And I brought salt to put in the water, about a teaspoon for 2 liters. It's about right. It's salein's about almost 2 teaspoons in 1 liter, so I'm doing a fraction of that. So there you go. And yeah, there you go. So I didn't need to say that 5 times, but that is the hike. I'm done. That's why I'm repeating stuff. And thank you for watching.